Hello, your daily dose of Ukrainian accent is here and it's me, Pavlo. Today we'll be talking about Hidizs MK10, their new single dynamic driver earphones. As you can guess by the model's name, it's a slightly more affordable model than their MK12. Their price is $70, but at the same time they feature yet another new generation driver with unusual silicon carbide diaphragm. And taking into account that Hidizs are capable of creating unusual sound signatures, I have really high expectations for these earphones. Their official launch will be on 25th of September. Link will be in the description, and most likely they will have some discounts at launch, some early bird prices, and so on. And probably that's all I need to say in the introduction. Let's just have a closer look. Package is typical for Hidizs with earpiece image on the front side. Here you can see two color versions. There are silver and more darker gray ones. And on the rear side you can see excessive list of accessories, features and technical specifications. For us, the most interesting are 113 decibels of sensitivity and 32 ohms of impedance. So not a power-hungry model at all. Here on top you'll get earpieces themselves. So let me push them out. One already fell out because I didn't push it in well enough previous time. And also you'll get this storage pouch with accessories and of course manual warranty card and stuff like that. So you'll get let me pull everything out and see it closer. You'll get two set of tips with this stick-like organizers, then nice pouch with spring here. Maybe some people prefer some hard case, but for me this pouch is great. It's really convenient when you carry your earphones in bag. Stock cable and of course replaceable filters. As usual you'll get basic version, balanced version and treble version. Here are earpieces themselves, made of mirror polished metal, and of course they gather fingerprints like crazy. You can see it in real time, but it's a price to pay for this beauty of shiny metal. Probably dark gray version will be a bit more protected from the fingerprints, but who knows. They are slightly on the heavy side, but it's a pleasant type of heaviness because they feels really solid and case is made of zinc alloy, so really nice. Unusual but interesting faceplate. Maybe you can see me in the reflection. Great that I've worn a t-shirt for this video. And here is spout. Of course you can unscrew it, unwind, and change filters. Pay attention at these rubber rings because their color is what distinguishes different filters. If you will lose these rubber rings, it will be really hard to tell which one is which. And of course build quality is great, they look really nice, they fitting well into ears, at least into mine. Probably there will be some issues if you decide to wear them when it's really cold outside, because cold metal in your ears won't give you the most pleasant experience, but wear them under your head. Cable is made replaceable. Here used 2-pin connectors, and the stock cable is kind of stock, let's say so. It's not great, but definitely not terrible. So nice silver in color with pleasant attractive look, and just 2-pin connectors, so no recessed pins or stuff like that. So fit is absolutely natural and easy. There are ear hooks formed, and here we have this tube-like design of insulation. It's pretty soft, so almost no microphonic effect. Basically nice, reliable stock cable. I've got 4.4 balanced version, but you can get 3.5 if you'd like. And splitter, chin slider and stuff like that. So in general, it's a typical Hidizs set of accessories, but for this price range, it's kind of really good. In terms of tuning, this earphones offers unusual representation. Probably I won't dive deep into describing this representation. In short, they are tweaked to be fun, dynamic, colored, but in a slightly unusual way. Traditionally, you getting two tuning filters. One is bassy, and it makes more accent on the mid bass and makes treble slightly softer. And the second filter boosts high frequencies, making bass more compensated and less forward. But as usual, I will describe the sound with in-between type of filter. Bass is accented not too much in terms of quantity, but this accent is made in on the punchiness and on the tightness and on the impact. It's an unusual representation, and it makes deep bass really interesting. It's fast, it's really precise, it gives nice rumble, but at the same time it's not bass head dominating type of tuning. And also it's not a bass head model, because mid bass is slightly less forward compared to the deeper bass here, but at the same time they don't sound like over dominating with lower bass because of this speed and focus on the impacts. If you like more bass heavy tuning, you can use these bassy filters. You'll get more mid bass and more weight and body. But at the same time, you'll get a bit less of that precision. So bass is really snappy, fast, and saturated with small nuances and details. It's highlighted in terms of texturing, but at the same time, it doesn't sound too dry or overly analytical, because it's pretty powerful in these punches. So kind of engaging. It's not 100% natural, especially with some well-recorded instruments with subtle bass, but really fun to listen. And I've got two examples. First one is Suzy by Caravan Palace. Nice track from the pioneers of electro swing, with pleasant bass line, but at the same time not overly dominating. But thanks to the punchiness and the speed of this bass, it really sounds engaging and forward. And Gunpowder Chant by Diablo Swing Orchestra, unusual track. It uses didgeridoo in the introduction part, and that instrument is really offering multi-layered bass, and these earpieces really highlight it. So it's slightly boosted, slightly forward, like you looking through a magnifying glass at all that nuances and layers of bass. But at the same time, bass, of course, is really well controlled thanks to good resolution and details, and it transitions smoothly into mids. And at first, mids sounds slightly recessed and a bit slow. But actually, mids are really like natural and normal. They are really okay in terms of speed and resolution, really balanced type of dynamic driver tuning. It's just compared to fast and snappy bass and treble, mids sound this way. After some accommodation, actually everything come into places, and you understand that you're getting nice full-bodied vocals and good instruments with decent separation. Stage is pretty wide in terms of spaciousness, not that deep. Depth is like about average, width is noticeably above average, with a lot of air. They are not super critical for the quality of records, but better material, of course, will give you better results. Upper mids are boosted, but not too much. But at the same time, compared to with pretty energetic treble, they are sounding pretty forward, so you need to like it. And if you like it, you're getting nice aggressive guitars, highlighted instruments like violin, really forward and dramatic female vocals, so all the things that boosted upper mids give you. And the first example, it's Dream Theater, The Dances of Eternity, one of their most complicated tracks. And it's complicated for the sake of complication, but of course it sounds great. And really fast and snappy drums, both bass drums and other things like toms and other parts of drum set and percussion. A bit behind that is keyboard, but at the same time guitars are kind of forward and engaging. But after accommodation, actually keyboards came to their place too. And Enigma returned to Innocence, great relaxed tune with great female vocal, energetic, a bit mysterious, and sounding nice with this wide and spacious stage. And treble, as I've said, energetic, forward with good extension. You can tweak the amount of high frequencies with filters, but in any case, they are on the faster side of things with fast attacks and decays, and because of that, they're lacking layering, but it's not something to expect in this price range in particular. But at the same time, basic overtones are nice, and you're getting a good sense of airiness because treble attacks are kind of fast and saturated. So really enjoyable if you are a fan of treble. And examples. First one, it's Igorrr. This great band released a new album recently, but that's from the old classics. This track has everything like some kind of electronic music, black metal, blast beats, distortion, opera singing, baroque-like strings intro, everything is here. And actually it sounds super forward, super aggressive with these earphones, and it's really enjoyable, starting with that baroque strings at the beginning and ending with this super fast drum blast beats. And Over the Hills and Far Away by Led Zeppelin, pretty enjoyable because the treble are airy and to my taste it really fits Led Zeppelin overall music with their airy guitars with a lot of overtones and with vocals that goes with overtones in the high frequency area too, so it all sounds really engaging and airy. In terms of pairing, they will benefit from some mid-level deck or some player, not something super technical or hyper powerful, just a bit of extra control compared to the regular smartphone. But also you can use it with smartphones, especially with those that have nice output. Speaking about the conversions, just a pair of models to name. First one is Hidizs own MK12. They are more balanced in terms of overall tonality. They are less focusing attacks and decays, but at the same time sounding more organic and natural. So if you want like more critical listening, more natural sound, then go for MK12. But if you want something fun and engaging, then MK10 is a great option for you. And Moondrop Aria 2, more focused on the micro contrast, more speed, and especially on the mid frequencies, and less accents on the bass and the high frequencies, so kind of more monitoring and natural type of tuning. So Hidizs create interesting earphones, maybe not like for everyone, but at the same time they do their job really well and in a really interesting manner. So I think a lot of people will like them. and I recommend you to give them a try. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and have a great day.